Good morning, Leos. My name is Jessica. This is Jessa Star Tarot. I'm going to be doing your September 26th general reading for Leos. I am starting with Leo, even though we're going to be getting into Virgo season, because today that I'm filming is the 21st. So we're still technically in Leo season. And so I think you guys deserve to go first. So Leo, let's get started. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards. Then we're going to do your tarot reading. So just bear with me. What message have you got for, ooh, that jumped right out. Ooh, what message have you got for Leos in the month of September? General, please. 2026. Sun, Moon, Rising. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. Okay. So chop wood is here at the bottom. So the universe is saying, hey, you know what? Let's keep busy. Let's do our daily tasks. You might be in a routine, which is very Virgo energy. So you might be doing your routine. Don't worry about the outcome of a situation. Just kind of focus on the day-to-day. I do have Orphaned, which fell out. And let me grab my glasses quick because I can't see anything. Okay, so I do get Orphaned, which says that this is a sense of loss. This is recognizing that you don't fit in or an uncertainty about the place that you're in. This can be in relationships. It can be in family ships. It can be in a job. Remember, we're doing a general reading. So you might be busy doing your day-to-day task, but you just are not feeling like you fit in. And then Unfinished Symphony also came out. She's sitting on an egg, which is the new stuff that you want to do, but there is a need to close some other things. This is a 10 card, which is equivalent with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like things are going to start moving, but in order for that to happen, you need to reflect on what has passed so that you can finally end on a high note. Close some doors, obviously, for new doors to open. And then also what fell out was peace. And again, we have an egg. So it is about that new stuff. It is, let me see, 23. I mean, I think it's just peace, right? 23. Freedom from attachment. So there is something here that you need to let go of. Somewhere, look into your life. What needs to close? Where do you feel like you don't fit in, where you don't belong? And let's focus on that as the main reason for the reading. There's something that you, in order to find peace, you need to let go of. You need to get closure from. You need to realize where this just isn't my vibe anymore. And I think Leos are pretty good at recognizing where they fit in and where they don't fit in. A lot of people think that Leos are dramatic, that they, have a lot of friends, that they, bring in a lot of people. And we are likable and we do like people, but one of our sixth senses is that we are very, we can sense the fakeness off of people. We can sense when somebody's not being real. And because of that, we know who we should be around and who we shouldn't. Do we always take our good advice? No. But for some of you, I think that, you'd rather be alone by yourself than with a bunch of fake people. And then this is, no need to fear. Remember that you are powerful. That's 18. We're just going to read that real quick. You may be afraid out of habit, not out of reason. Feeling intimidated, but without need. Remember how many reasons you have to feel confident. Go forward with courage. You are more powerful than you are feeling. Others cannot harm you. You are strong. All right. So that's a pretty interesting message that we got, because when I couple it with the Orphaned card, it's like you don't feel like you're good enough, that there's an uncertainty, that there's things that you're wanting to finish in order for new things to come in. And maybe chop wood is at the bottom because it's saying, hey, you know what, Leo? Just work on the things. I can't get out of the box. Just work on the things that you need to work on. Work on those things. Focus on yourself. Maybe you are feeling like you don't fit in because you're literally just at the point where you are changing as a person and the things that you need and want are changing. So focus on the tasks you need to focus on, the things you need to close, because peace is around the corner. You are very strong. You're more powerful than you think. So I think it's important for you to get that Leo confidence going. All right, so I'm going to read with the Daydream Tarot cards, and I'm going to clarify with the, what are these ones? The Naked Heart Tarot cards, okay? So I'm going to shuffle, so just give me a second. Okay, so I went ahead and I shuffled these. I will cut them so you can see that I am cutting them. Let's see. What message have you got for my Leos in the month of September? And again, this is general reading. There's Snoopy. There's Bart Simpson. Homer's like my favorite character ever. Okay, so let's see. Six of Swords. What did we say? What don't you see coming? Well, what we don't see coming is that we need to get away from things and people and situations that no longer jive with us, right? We need to move away from toxic thinking, toxic people, toxic situations, things that just don't bring us happiness anymore. Knight of Pentacles. Now, you could be dealing or have Earth in your chart. So we're talking Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Knights are mutable, so Virgo energy. It is this need to know, no matter what I'm doing, I can do it. The Knight of Pentacles puts in the work. He has a plan. He puts in the work. He's strong. He's ready. He's able. He's practical. But one thing about him is he just doesn't know where to focus that. So on the Rider Waite, you have him at the top of a mountain holding a pentacle, looking down. His horse isn't moving because he's evaluating. He's making a plan. So at this time, I feel like you are figuring out maybe a plan on a practical way to get away from an environment that brings you, not peace, the opposite of peace, not war though, but brings you unhappiness, right? So let's see what the challenge is. Well, you are your own challenge. And again, it's feeling like you're feeling that lack of confidence. This is a leader. He is the challenge. This is Leo energy. The challenge is, hey, you know what? I don't feel like I can do this. What if I make the mistake? What if I'm not good enough? What if I feel like I'm not good enough? This is your challenge. So we have the Eight of Pentacles crowning you, and that is, to me, it's repetitive behavior. He's working hard. You're doing the same thing. For some of you, maybe the way that you make money, it's the same job. Perhaps you work in a factory, or you're just doing the same tasks. You're trying to learn more so you can move forward. For others of you, it is that round and round. If this is a relationship, what am I doing? We are going round and round. We're repeating the same patterns. Maybe things are getting better. Maybe they're worse. Maybe worse. Maybe we're practicing. But what is the end goal? I feel like this is saying, what's the end goal? If we keep doing the same thing and we're getting a little bit better at it day by day, what's the end goal? Okay. So Seven of Swords, the root cause. Now, Seven of Swords is the card of a thief, of a liar, of somebody who's cunning, who's cutting, who is, doing things behind the scene. This could be someone around you. Could be an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. It could be you because you are your own challenge here. Are you stealing from yourself? Are you telling yourself a narrative that isn't so? You're creating something in your head. And this is also a card for me of self-preservation. If you're not dealing with someone that you believe to be untruthful, somebody who you don't trust, this could be you sneaking away. So a lot of people see the Seven of Swords as someone sneaking away. Or someone lying and stealing and one-night stands, right? And it could be. Maybe you experienced that. But if that's not the case, are you the one sneaking away for self-preservation? Whether it's your job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's where you live. Slowly taking things to another location, taking your personal items from the office and bringing them home. So if it comes to it and you snap and you said, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, I'm leaving this situation, there's not going to be a lot of drama because you can just walk out. If it's you live with somebody and you're not quite sure when you're going to tell them that, like, hey, I'm not trying to live with you anymore. Are you taking things out? Are you sneaking things in and saying, oh, I live here now? So we'll have to clarify that. And then we have victory and success here in the past. This is just feeling really, really confident, right? It's victory. It's a lonely card, it's really getting a lot of attention. And perhaps with the situation that you're thinking about, you may have gotten a lot of attention, but this could be fading as well. And you're going, okay, that was great, but what else do I want? Be careful of that too, because with a lot of tension comes a lot of people that, a lot of haters, right? So in the near future, now you could be dealing with a manipulative person because the magician manipulates things. But if this is you, what are you creating? You have a lot of tools to create a new beginning, right? The magician is the one card. It's a Gemini Virgo energy, so a mutable sign. It can move and transform and become whatever it wants. Also, the magician is really good at manifesting, so make sure that we're in a positive state of mind, because in the near future, you're going to be able to attain the things that you think of. Abracadabra, I see it, I say it, I see it. Rabbit from a hat. I say it, I see it. Abracadabra, give me a rabbit. So this is a card of being able to manifest all these wonderful things. And then I'm just going to check and see. Oh, death is you. See, this is your card. Death, Scorpio energy. There is a need to change things. Death is never a bad one. It is I am changing as a person. The things that jive with me are changing. And I know that it's time for me to leave, but I need to make a practical plan. Ace of Cups, the Empress, beautiful, and the Queen of Swords. So you're going to get to a place of logic. I do feel that there is a new opportunity that's going to be coming in for you that you have been manifesting, that's going to bring a lot of excitement and joy. And you might be working in a coffee shop. Look at that guy. Wow. He's got crazy hair, right? But it might surprise you. And there is an opportunity for growth. Maybe it's an investment possibility. It could be somebody new. You could also be getting pregnant at this time, so be really careful about that if you are not trying to get pregnant. But the Empress does know that there is a time for growing, and there's a time for harvesting, and there's a time for expansion, and she is about expansion. So I think you might be expanding the people around you as well. And the Queen of Swords says, you know what? Once I make this decision, it's going to be based on my truth and my logic, and I'm going to stick with it. And it doesn't matter what anybody is going to say. You're going to get to a point where you're going to realize that you don't need to fear, that whatever you choose is going to be the best thing for you. So let's clarify some of these cards. Knight of Pentacles. Just one card, please. Hang on. Let me shuffle these. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles, just one card. Ten of Wands. There is something that you have been carrying for a very long time, and you're now saying, I need to put this down and I need to go and seek something new. I will do the work to finish this task. Tens, finishing things, going on to new things. I will carry that burden, but I am also looking for a new beginning. I'm looking to invest in something new myself. Why is your own sign the King of Wands? You could be having a problem with another Leo. Nine of Cups, six. Somebody or something here in your past that you really thought was going to happen. Perhaps you were manifesting, you were dreaming, you were talking of someone from your past. You were talking about, this is what I really want, or you thought that's what you really want, but when you got it, you realized that's not really what I really wanted. For some of you, you've been trying to create something that didn't happen, and you're almost like kind of down in the dumps, like you're not feeling super confident. For others of you, there could be problems with a boss that has an ego. So that could be some of the issue as well. Okay. Round and round, 8 of Pentacles. You're trying to better yourself. You're learning. 3 of Wands. Now that's a card of getting the things that you wanted, and again another card of expansion. So you're expanding your learning process. You're trying to get in as much information. That can go with the 7 of Swords. Maybe you're trying to take over a business. Maybe you're just getting as much information about something that you need to do to learn in order to expand and move on with a company or onto a new company. You could be going back to school at this time or thinking about it as well. For others of you, if it is a relationship, you're trying to bring in this relationship that's been kind of plateaued, that you're doing the same thing, and say, what can we do to make this better, right? Now, the 7 of Swords is the one that got me here. 2 of Wands, 2 and 3 of Wands. What do I want? Well, I'm at a crossroads. I need to make a decision. Perhaps I am dealing with a situation where I don't trust somebody and I need to get away. So I'm going to slowly keep my options open. If I want to get away, I'll be able to do so quickly. If I don't, at least now I have that option if I need, and I can work on saving this relationship, or even calling someone out and seeing what happens, but having those that crossroads open. Okay, when I get to that point, what do I want to do? I think you're just planning, which is really good. Why is the Magician here? 3 of Cups, celebration, and justice. Truth, balance. Creating truth and balance, friendships, bringing people together. I feel like this is just saying that for some of you, you could be getting new people in your life, the Ace of Cups. Maybe you're meeting new people that are going to open up new options for you for your job. For if this is a relationship, you could be getting married or engaged. I feel like if that's what you want. I keep wanting to say, be careful of liars in your friends group. Be careful of liars when it comes to certain people like lawyers and judges. Also, if you've been good, if you've been honest, if you've been fair, this is going to come back for you. There's a need for balance with the people around you as well. You are death. Your energy is death. And so it's bringing like a dream into the change, creating a new dream. Kind of an innocent, let me see. Death. Why are we changing? I have a heck of, these are too many. I have a heck of a time with court cards. 3 of Swords. Somebody here has hurt you, right? Somebody here, you need to heal from a situation that was hurtful. Probably the 7 of Swords, right? Or maybe that's what you're getting away from. There has been some pain caused by someone who is probably younger, maybe even a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or maybe even somebody who was like an immature kind of person. They couldn't control their emotions. And you decided that this was the reason for change. This is the reason I need to go and do something else. I think this also ties nice in with the orphaned card. There's this need to let go, to allow new people, new situations into your path, into your life, because I just feel like this is saying that you got to start thinking about taking practical and logical steps about where you want to be headed and who you want to be headed with. Be headed. All right. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Death. There's that Death card again. Death with the Page of Wands. It's because the things that you want are changing and you need to bring something new into your life. Could be a Scorpio around you. You are leaving behind the dream, like the innocent dream that could never happen. Like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire by winning the lottery, or a big time movie star and be popular and famous and make millions and millions. And you're realizing, that might not happen. So let me just kind of refocus my dream onto something more practical, something more logical. And at the end, we do have the Queen of Swords followed by the Ace of Swords. So yeah, you're going to bring a lot of truth and knowledge, logic into your decisions. You're going to make wise decisions. You're going to move forward with those wise decisions. And you're not going to back down. That is Libra energy, this Queen. And then this is Libra energy, this Justice. So you could have a Libra around you too. But that person they're very fair and balanced people. Why is this Six of Swords here? The one thing I will say about Libras is they like to stir the pot. So careful of that. Five of Pentacles. Well, you have a scarcity mindset as well. So one of your fears is that if you leave behind something that no longer feeds you, feeds your soul, there's this fear of not having enough, not making enough money, not being able to provide. So there is that fear there. But this is saying that it's time that you're starting to let that go. And maybe that's why you're like, okay, I need to plan this. I need to prepare myself for something because I'm leaving behind things that don't work for me anymore. Dreams that didn't work out, egotistical bosses, bossy people, someone trying to tell you what to do all the time. This could literally mean leaving behind the Leo season and entering into this new one. But there's this need to put down everything that weighs on you and say, okay, I'm not doing this. I've learned all I can. What's new? Where can I invest my time? Where can I expand? Where can I create something new? And I think that you're going to be able to find someone in your friends group, okay, that is able to give you an opportunity, something that you didn't expect. I think you're letting old dreams die and new dreams come in because those don't resonate with you. You've changed, and it is important for you to kind of finish out those things that, you say goodbye to those things that didn't work out, and that's okay because there is going to be peace in your life, and it is also important for you to remember that you are a powerful person. So, Leo, that is your reading. I hope it resonates, and have a good September.